Everything they do when they're in this building is geared towards graduating high school, going to college, and graduating college. So 4 days a week they're here at StreetSquash. 2 days a week they're getting homework help and squash instruction. 1 day a week it's literacy enrichment or college prep if they're in high school, and 1 day a week it's squash training, community service.
Through StreetSquash, I actually got the opportunity to go to Costa Rica for a month and perform community service, working in schools, working in agriculture. You know, it was a lot of hands-on, you know, active experience, and because of that experience, you know, not only did I grow socially, but I was able to get the New York State Lottery Scholarship through my school when I graduated, which was a 4-year scholarship given to someone who has excelled in community service.
Being with StreetSquash, they sent me to an all-boys camp in Westport, New York. It's called Camp Dudley. That was probably one of the best places I've ever been.
It takes teamwork without talking, okay? So nobody should be talking. Look, make eye contact.
If you think back on your great teachers and your great coaches, they were the ones that pushed you the hardest. And so I want everyone here who works here to create a culture where kids are pushed all times on the court, in the classroom, pushed very, very hard.
I've worked at several different places that are similar, that engage youth in similar ways, that work in the city and in different populations. But I found StreetSquash to be the most community-based and true place for youth to be. It's all about the kids. It is not about the staff, it is not about the money, it is not about our grants. Everything we do is about the kids. And that is the difference. If you donate to StreetSquash, the money is going directly towards the kids, to getting them on college trips, to even buying snack every day, which even if that seems like a small thing, that might be the only fruit that they're getting a day, and an apple costs 50 cents.
It doesn't cost the kids or the parents anything. By making the team, they have their own shoes, they get their own rackets, they have their own locker, they have their own gear, and then of course, you know, sending them on trips for the summer, employing staff to work with their kids during the school year. It costs them nothing, and that's one of the things I always try and communicate to the parents at the very beginning. It's hard to communicate that to an 11-year-old, but when we get in front of the parents, I tell the parents, if your kid's in this program, we are prepared. We will, you know, direct tens of thousands of dollars of resources to your child.
When we had our meeting, they came to our house, and they were at my house for about 3 hours going over the contractual agreement, the things that they expected from her, and then they actually spoke with us separate from one another. And I mean, we both signed independent contracts, and they promised that this would be an experience like none other. And the fact that they actually came to my home and sat with me was really like the initial step that really had me like ready for it from day one.